This is Heart of Gold, a special presentation from Trillium Realty Group. I'm Hannah Winans, broker-owner of Trillium Realty. Heart of Gold is a celebration of those who go above and beyond. Humboldt County has great people, and today we celebrate you. With this week's Heart of Gold, here's Scott Dwyer.
We're speaking today with Florence Parks, who is the executive director for Big Brothers Big Sisters of the North Coast. Florence, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to see you again, and it's good to be talking about Big Brothers Big Sisters, because what a great organization. And you were telling me just a few minutes ago about kind of how it works in the state and whatnot. 55 years now, by the way, in Humboldt County. Is that right?
Yeah, local probation officer
That's okay.
came locally and started our program because in 1908 it was going strong in New York. So having it local was was by design.
So a lot of people know what Big Brothers Big Sisters is and kind of what they do, but if you could put it like in a nutshell, how would you describe it?
Yeah, it's providing protective webs for our kids. Just like the title in itself, making sure that kids that maybe don't have as many positive adults in their life have someone that can be there for them, and like an aunt, an uncle, a big brother, big sister. That volunteers are matched with young people, and they get to go explore the community, get together, and have fun, but also intentional fun.
And it's so important to have a positive role model.
It is. We all
too.
have mentors. We wouldn't have made it to today without those important people in our lives. But unfortunately, what we do know with all the research is that our kids are growing up to the age of 18 and they're identifying that they don't have positive adults. And so that was identified some time ago. It's called the mentoring gap, which makes our work even more integral.
If people were interested in checking out Big Brothers Big Sisters and maybe helping out, what are some of the ways they can help?
They can help with the events, volunteering, just come do some recruitment for us and help spread the word about this great work. Have an alumni or advocacy hat. We also need board members, which are our leaders and behind the scenes, ensuring that every aspect of our program is focused on and delivered to the community with best practices, and of course that we are funded to do so. And also, of course, become spend some time with a young person. We've even listened to the community recently. We developed 2 new programs for this year. One being the Lunch Buddies, which is only 30 minutes a week. You spend your lunch with a kiddo and go out and change the climate and culture of a school all in one day. And also we have a wonderful program that we're envisioning and we hope to launch in August. So it's still coming together. It's called Big Futures, but it's for our youth that are 16 to 25.
So we just wrapped up the Bowl for Kids this weekend on Saturday. I was out there, so that was a great event.
So many people came out, had a lot of fun, and raised a lot of important resources that stay right here in Humboldt County to match our youth. So there's over 24,000 school-age youth, and we want them to all have the potential of having a match. None of our families have to pay for mentoring. Everything is free for our community.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, what a great event, and so much fun too. So what's the next event for you guys?
Coming up, our fearless leader, our president, Stephanie McMullen, is working on a brew fest this year, and that will be August 10th. Really excited about that because she's a really great event planner. She brought some really great skills and talents to the team.
It sounds fun already. So, Florence, let's talk about what brought you to Big Brothers Big Sisters and how long you've been doing it.
I just celebrated my 5th anniversary.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and I've been in the mentoring field I stopped counting at 25 years. So it was my lived experiences. My father was unable to be in our lives after the age of 3. And because of that, I grew up in a fatherless home. I just needed mentors. I remember going and to babysit and just hanging on to any conversation I could have with adults outside and playing every sport so I could have athletic mentors. It was so important for me to have other people in my life that poured into me because I was in a big family and there wasn't a lot of time there. not every student like me goes out of their way to find mentors.
Right.
So sometimes they need us to step up for them. When we give to others, we get back tenfold. So when you wonder, am I good enough to be a mentor? The truth is there's an aspect of your life that you can mentor. There is something that you can give forward and pass forward, even if it's in an informal way.
Do check out Big Brothers Big Sisters of the North Coast online. It's ncbbbs.org or on Facebook at facebook.com/bbbs of the North Coast. And the Insta is BBBS North Coast. Florence Parks, Executive Director, Big Brothers Big Sisters of the North Coast. Thank you so much for coming in and talking to us about this today. And thank you and your team for having a heart of gold.
I'm Hannah Winans. You've been listening to Heart of Gold, a presentation from Trillium Realty Group. Be listening for more great features to come on the next edition of Heart of Gold.